Hey MetaFam, Piweezo here. Welcome to the channel. So it's time again for our market trends video. This one's for March 2022, and we're going to be going through sold eBay listings of Metazoo main set booster boxes. So that'll include the Kickstarter Cryptid Nation booster box, the first edition Cryptid Nation booster box, the first edition Nightfall booster box, and the second edition Cryptid Nation booster box. So there have been some movement since our last video, which was filmed on February 5th, 2022. So a little bit over a month ago. And I just wanted to review the Kickstarter and the first edition Cryptid Nation boxes first, as those are the big heavy hitters. And I think we can see a lot of the interest on the higher end of the Metazoo market here. So the first Kickstarter Cryptid Nation box we see here since the last video is this $9,705 one, 15 bids. Next one, $10,700, 4 bids. Buy it out, $10,700. Oh, I should mention these are Canadian dollars. So in order to convert to US, it's just 75% of whatever the sale price you see here. Because conversion rate right now, I think is 1.27 right now. And then the next few, the general consensus from the community is that these boxes are actually fraudulent transactions or scam listings, as you would say. The main reason is because these are from China, and some of the photos are exactly the same. And I think people caught on as more and more time went on. Especially, you can see here, they were all sold on February 8th or February 10th. So around this time, and especially with this one only sold for $2,200. So there's a lot of bids on these, but these could all just be fraudulent bids as well. So there could be multiple accounts from the same scammer just trying to bid up the prices and market manipulate in that sense. So I really hope the people that purchased these were legitimate sales, but if they weren't, hopefully you got a chargeback or you got a refund from eBay by putting in a dispute. So these prices here, you can see they're still in the 10,000s, and then it went into 5,000 and then 2,000 and it went up to 7,000 again. And then that was mid-February. And I think because of all this hubbub from China, if it was a sale that was from like United States, Canada, UK, Europe, I think it would make more sense because Metazoo has reached its roots to those different areas. For the Asian market, Metazoo has a plan of doing Yokai Island, so that'd be 2023, and that would reach the Asian market more. So for a first edition Kickstarter booster box to be in China, it's very unlikely, and especially all within the same amount of time. So that's definitely a lot of red flags. But I think this kind of affected the Kickstarter sale a bit as well. And here's the next legitimate one was in March 5th, so just a few days ago. That sold for $8,556, which is definitely a lot less than the around $10,000 Canadian ones. So we'll look at the first edition Cryptid Nation. So the first one that we see here since the last video, 1,163. Then United Kingdom had one sell for 1,400. The UK does have a bit of a premium on Metazoo products because it is so difficult to get Metazoo products over to the UK. You can see it started to drop down again as well. And here's another one for $669. And then we'll go to the first page, and then we won't go through all of them. There's quite a few listings about it, and we'll take the most recent one then. And this one is $1,000 for the box, and that was New Zealand and United States best offer $1,000. So you can see that the boxes have dropped a bit in price. So for the Kickstarter and first edition boxes, and there's definitely a few reasons regarding this I want to talk about right now. The first is you could see that because of the illegitimate Kickstarter boxes, so definitely that affected the Kickstarter market a bit. Another thing is the USPCC Metazoo Kickstarter just ended the last week of February, and that definitely created a lot of wallet fatigue to a lot of the Metazoo fans and collectors out there. And I think people are just spending a bit less on other Metazoo products in order to regain their, I guess, financial standing in order to support Metazoo more. First edition Wilderness is coming out later in the month or early April. And a lot of people are really excited for that set. So I think Cryptid Nation is getting put on the back burner a little bit, and people aren't spending as much on the, I guess, higher end of the market Metazoo base set products. Another reason also, there's a lot of different other Kickstarter TCGs that have either ended or just started on Kickstarter. Some attention actually going towards those new Kickstarter TCGs. And I guess it comes with Metazoo being out for around like 8 months now, officially being out for 8 months now. And the uniqueness of Metazoo is starting to fade a little bit as well. And it's human nature to like something new and shiny. And definitely the new TCGs is no exception. So I think a lot of people are also splitting up their resources a little bit now and investing or supporting other TCG Kickstarters. But definitely it's a contributing factor to why the prices have been a bit more volatile and gone down a little bit in this market. A third reason that I've been seeing lately is also Metazoo has slowed down a little bit, I think, as to the FOMO marketing, so the fear of missing out marketing. Metazoo does a really good job in hyping up their products and making it very desirable. And it's been a little while, I think, since there's been like a big social media influencer or content creator that's really like spread the word of Metazoo, or there's some very exciting event surrounding Metazoo. So I think those are the main contributing factors to why it slowed down. The sales have been slowing down a bit this month. And if we go to the next one, we'll see that, let's go look at the first edition Nightfall booster boxes. So these haven't moved as much. You can see here since our last video, 315, 305, 281, 361. So there was a little bit of a uptick in mid-February. If we get into March, we can start seeing like 239, the 287, and then 279, best offer 287. So that's when the wallet fatigue really started to hit. And Metazoo Nightfall is definitely a very, I guess, sought after product as well, because there isn't going to be a second edition for it. Metazoo has announced that first edition will be the only edition of the Nightfall set. And the final one, here we go, is Cryptid Nation second edition. So the prices of the Cryptid Nation second edition is going to still be very below MSRP. So MSRP on the Metazoo Market webpage is $183 Canadian. But you see the sold listings even on eBay right now, beginning of February, is $134. And you can see here $114, $127. Oh, even one for $88. That one's for a bid one. United Kingdom, like again, you can see the premium for Metazoo, $167, $86 USD. And then going to, let's take a look at the most recent sold listing. 114, we'll go with that one. That one's actually one that's sold. And 120. So there hasn't been much movement for this. And another reason for this is the amount that was printed for second edition Cryptid Nation. So worldwide, there's 100,000 second edition Cryptid Nation booster boxes. And especially coming out of the winter months, and we're slowly recovering from the TCG bear market, I think we should be optimistic about Metazoo and the long-term prospects. But just short-term, there's not going to be much market movement upwards unless there's like another big announcement or big boom, which even at that point, I think it would still be like a short-term gain. But I don't think we'll see the market prices go up as exponentially as it has until maybe later this year. So late this year, like quarter 4 or early 2023. But that being said, there's always a revitalization of the market whenever a new core set comes out, followed by a slight retrace in prices, as with Wilderness coming up, UFO in the summer, and Seance, which used to be called Ouija, in the fall. As a wise man once said, the more things change, the more things stay the same. Just enjoy the ups and downs of this hobby and follow your gut instincts. But that's just my analysis, though. This is not financial advice or anything. I'm just looking at the market trends that are going on. So as always, if you liked the video, please leave a like below and please subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. And as always, keep on casting, and I'll see you guys next time.